and go. What's up, everybody?
What's up?
We are.
It's Friday.
It's Friday. We're going to talk about our top 3 games from Tennessee Game Days. Have you made a list?
I have.
I have not. So it was my idea.
I'm going first.
We'll give you the regular updates about things. Before we get into that. But also, we're going to start a new thing, which is each week we're going to come to you with a question that we want you to answer in the comments, up for discussion, right? And then maybe we'll talk next week about our answer to that question. So our question for you this week is, what is the highest skill ceiling game that you enjoy?
Zach, okay. Why is your answer tic-tac-toe?
There's so many ways you can do it.
Yeah. You have been playing chess.
I have been playing chess.
A lot. And Alex was playing. I said, Alex, who are you playing? He said, Zach. And I said, why would you do that? He said, what do you mean?
He's beaten me sometimes.
I said, well, if you beat Zach, it's not that impressive. And if you lose to Zach, it's humiliating.
Okay. Whatever. Anyways, so leave us your answer in the question, or in the comments, and tell us what games you enjoy that have a high skill ceiling. So that's like, when you play tic-tac-toe, you're going to crush somebody who is, just early on.
Right.
So anyways, we're going to, before we get to our top games that we played at Tennessee Game Days, updates. We got Tend. It's going out there. Tend is out there. We had local pickup.
We did. I did that on Wednesday.
Me and Lily.
Yeah, me and Lily. So we had people come pick up their games that they ordered through local pickup. We played a game of Tend. I got scared because I was very close to not winning, which I've played hundreds of times. Talking about skill cap games. Mm-hmm. That might just be on me.
I asked someone who was there, and I was like, how was the Tend? And they're like, oh, it was good, but Austin crushed us all.
That's not even true, though.
Is it?
I won by like 20 points, which is not that impressive when they were mostly playing for the first time. Anyway, but that went really, really well. It was really fun. We used the app. Thank you for that, Zach. I will never play without that, just personally. Yeah. Like, I would rather play that with an iPad in the middle of the table than I would with the cards and the thing. It's just so easy.
It's so easy.
It's so easy. And I can store the game. So, like, I posted it on Discord. It was local was the name of the seed. And, like, 2 people have already beaten my score.
Oh, that's fun.
Bobby crushed me, actually.
Way to go, Bobby. Bobby's one of our mods on the Discord.
So, yeah, please, like, if you want to challenge my score, I posted it in the Discord and then also posted the seed. I think we're going to create, like, an index, like a database of, like, game seeds and then scores. And maybe just, like, post that in the Discord, which would be fun. There's also one of those in the back of the rulebook for a bunch of people that have played games and then put a seed score. So you can try to beat those people.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tennessee Game Days, I had a blast.
I had a blast as well.
I played
games were played
that I had never played and really should have at this point.
Yeah. That's going to be most of my list.
Yeah, I played Arcs for the first time. You had played already.
I played Arcs already.
Played Root for the first time.
Same.
I played the Old King's Crown for the first time.
Second time for me, but
I played. Oh no, I had played Old King's Crown with you.
Oh yeah. On this here YouTube channel.
On this YouTube channel.
But man, I did not understand that the first time we played it.
No,
so
it made a lot more sense the second time. To be fair, the first time we played was a prototype.
That's true.
And the final is much cleaner than the prototype.
Yeah.
It turned out great.
As it goes.
What was your favorite game you played?
Well, before we get to that, do we have any other updates?
Oh, Tend is fulfilled in the United States.
Yep.
It is starting shipping in Europe and Canada Europe and the UK next week. UK was supposed to start this week. We thought it was this week until this morning. It is now early next week.
Yeah.
So Lily's having to write a sad update right now, which sucks. Because we told everybody it would be this week. Didn't happen. It's happening next week. The European warehouse, I'm 90% sure is starting next week. If that's wrong, we will add a comment to the comment section because I don't have that for sure. Canadian backers did start getting theirs this week.
Nice.
So that started as well. I am not clear on VFI and I'm not clear on Australia, so we will have to check into those. There'll be an update today though, so you'll be able to get your information there.
Great.
Which is better than getting it from me. As far as other updates, we are working hard on Honor's End. We are working hard on our next release. You have a bunch of files to submit next week for that. Yeah. And then biggest news is we're actually not doing a update next week. Zach forgot. We're going to be at PAX Unplugged.
We could always just do one in the booth.
I mean, if you want to, you're going to answer that question, the skill cap question next week, or you want to punt that to a new week
Oh,
after that?
yeah. I mean, we make up the rules around here.
That's true. Anyway, so we'll be at PAX Unplugged. We have the best booth location I have ever seen.
Do we really?
Zach.
Ooh.
It is beautiful. It's in the front. It's an intersection of a bunch of highways. Normally, I'd even put our booth number in here. You won't need that. You will find us right away. If you walk in the building, you will see our sign and our big monolith of a booth,
It's
like
gonna
the
be
one
great.
from Gen Con. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
We're bringing some lumber to Philadelphia.
We
We're
are.
going to build a booth.
Also, we're flying to Philadelphia, so hopefully we get there, because flight delays and cancellations,
What
we'll
could
see.
go wrong? What could go wrong?
Let's not talk about it.
It's going to be wonderful. Please come say hi to us at the booth in Philadelphia. And then the only, scales. Scales be coming.
Bro.
Be coming.
We have never delivered 2 games this close to each other, and it's because 10 was a little late and Scales was a little early, and they are just best friends. So we are starting Scales delivery in the United States,
So I don't know, very soon.
like next week,
And that's not
This
stressful
week?
at all for Kirk and
2
Lily.
weeks. No, Lily and Kirk are
They
fine.
are loving it.
They are not fine. If you want to send some love to Kirk and Lily, we'd appreciate that, because they have been busier the last little bit than they have ever been at IV, that is for sure. So hang in there, Kirk and Lily. We're rooting for you. Trying to help.
They don't watch these videos.
No.
Why would they?
No.
They have to deal with us all the time.
Yeah.
Uh,
My wife definitely doesn't watch these videos. Is your wife?
no.
Yeah.
I don't think so. But Sam's wife, Brienne, watches these videos, and then she makes fun of my hand gestures.
Sam's not in this video.
No,
it's
I
just-
think she still might do it,
Oh, okay.
so she can make fun of my hand gestures,
Yeah.
which I think I make very normal hand movements. And honestly, sometimes because we can see ourselves up
Yeah,
in
we
here,
can
and
see
Austin moves his hands around when he's talking, and sometimes while you're moving, I just move my hands along with you because I think it's funny.
Do you really? I've
yeah.
never noticed that.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's really funny.
All right, top games that we played at Tennessee Game Days.
What you got?
Top 3 coming in at number 3. Are we waiting like newer games?
No,
Well,
everything's equal playing field.
I'm going to start with an honorable mention, and this is
That's not number 3 then.
okay. I'll save my honorable mention for the
Okay.
end then. Hansa Teutonica is number 3 for me. If you haven't played, you should. I don't know what the theme is because it's something somewhat dry and historic.
It's Merchants in Germany.
Merchants in Germany.
I was looking at my phone because I had to remember the name of one of the games. Sorry.
Oh, nice. Yeah. It is lovely. It is very tight. I did not win. It's the second time I've ever played it.
Max won.
Max won. It's great. You should go check it out. You're able to like. It's fun because you can like. Not take that, but you can like bump other people off what they're doing, but it's so good for them. So you actually, like the reward of getting bumped off the place that you're on this map is like so great that you're actually trying to strategically place yourself in the way of other people so you get bumped. And I just think that is really cool.
Yeah. My number 3 is Origin Story, the new Stonemaier game. It's a trick taker.
Oh, I didn't get to play this. You didn't even tell me about this.
Yep, my bad. It's a brand new game, just came out, and I think it is really, really fun and fantastic. I really, really enjoyed it. I will say, I think it's a 10 out of 10 game, and the art is good and interesting. I do think that the box cover will be redesigned in the next 2 years because I think
yeah, I
there's
remember
an
you talking about
element of the audience for Stonemaier that will just not be interested based on the box cover or not know what the game is about based on the box cover.
Right.
Even though I think it's cool looking, I didn't know it was a superhero game until I started playing it. So that's one thing. So go look at the Origin Story box cover. Tell me what you think of it. I'm curious. That'd be another comment I'd love to hear more about. But if you haven't played the game, even if you don't like the box, you got to buy it and play it. It's fantastic. A 10 out of 10 from Stonemaier for me. I think it's just a really, really solid game.
Number 2 for me is Arcs. Not that shocking. It's kind of a cold take because everybody seems to like Arcs in the world, at least in hobbyist circles. I really enjoyed it substantially more my second time.
I need to play it a second time.
Because, yeah, I don't know. Like I know that you were just like, this makes me want to play TI4. I am a lot older than Austin, and
You're a month older
I
than
know.
me.
And in my old age, I can't do it anymore. And so when I get little inklings of it, I'm just like, oh, this is nice. You got some of that like ship combat and stuff, and but it's shorter. What we play in like under 3 hours.
Yeah, I do not think Arcs is bad. I thought it was very enjoyable. I found myself limited from doing what I wanted to do based on the cards that I had, which is not a bad thing.
No.
Limiting is a good thing. However, when you have your favorite game that lets you do kind of whatever you want, which is also not true, but at least a little bit, that's limiting based on what the actions you choose and stuff like that, I felt more limited playing Arcs than I wanted to be. Probably just because it wasn't my favorite game of all time, which is TI4, which has slight vibes, like very slight vibes. It's not very similar. But I did like it a lot, and I did like it more than Root.
Oh, interesting. I second time playing, like first time I got done, and I was like, oh, okay, I get it a little bit. And this time I was like, okay, I feel like I'm making choices that's setting me up for later, which makes a huge difference. In general, like you're saying, it's very tight, like not decision space, but tight in like, oh, I have lots of things I want to accomplish. And you're very often giving away cards that you feel like you should be using in a much bigger way, that you can't use them in that way. And I think you really just have to get used to that in Arcs, because the first time I played, I'm just like, I feel like I'm just like every move I'm making, I feel like I'm just doing poorly. Yeah. Like I'm just really not playing efficiently. And this time I came in with that expectation of just like, oh no, that's fine. Everybody feels that way.
Yeah, and I just want to reiterate, I think it's a very nice design. I think it's a really fun game. It just wasn't the most fun game I played at Tennessee Game Days. Played a lot of really good games at Tennessee Game Days.
I know.
So that was your number 2?
That was my number 2.
My number 2 is Hansa Teutonica. So it's a repeat. Zach just talked about Hansa Teutonica. I thought Hansa was incredible.
It's such a good game.
I had never played it before. It's from 2009. It is not a new game by any means, but I just played it for the first time and instantly like wanted to buy one and have it in my house forever. Like it's just a solid game that had player interaction that was way ahead of its time. Because it almost feels like the player interaction from Apiary with the bumping. You bump the bees and they get better. You don't get better workers, but you get better. You get 2 instead of 1 suddenly, and it kind of reminded me of Apiary. So I think it was way ahead of its time.
Oh yeah, I wonder if there was a little bit of inspiration there. We should
could have been. We could ask Jamie
Stonemeyer, but not that there's not other games that have that, but
huge fan of it. It was incredible. Number 1.
Number 1 was Root. First time I had ever played it.
Oh, so we disagree on that.
We do disagree on that. I played the orange cats. I played the cats.
Yep.
And I was having a great time making wood. And you
played
know what
birds.
I wasn't doing? Stopping the birds. And so Austin just ran away with everything. And if you know about Root, you'll know about the poor job that I did. And so I would say for the first time playing, the game ended very soon because no one stopped Austin. So if you're not familiar with Root, it's an asymmetric strategy game. Everybody's kind of playing their own little game. And Austin, like I kind of had this like engine buildy thing. I started with a ton of dudes on the map, and it's kind of area control-ish. And I have like kind of start with a little bit of an engine, and I can build up an engine where I, get more wood, build more, buildings that let me build more, get more wood and get more dudes. Yeah. I was having a good time with that. Austin, on the other hand, was doing this like almost like programming game.
It's a programming thing. You have something called the decree, and you have to be able to fulfill it. And if you can't fulfill it, so if I couldn't do a part of the programming, because it's like put troops in a bunny clearing, or you have to build a roost right now, and it's like if you can't do any of that, all the cards get cleared, and you have to start over. So like you're not only losing points, but you, because you like lose points per every bird card that you have, not important, but you're starting your engine over. So instead of having like 8 cards in my engine, I'd have 1 or 2 or 3 cards. I think it's 3. I think you start with 3 cards in your engine.
Yep.
And so it was just like, how do I stop this engine from breaking down? So I spent my whole game trying to keep that as efficient as possible. No one ever stopped me, and I didn't feel like I earned the win. Now, if I was a huge fan of Root, listening to me say that, I would be like, you need to play again, Austin, because that was not a proper representation.
Yeah. No,
be like
we need to play again, but from a first, that's what I look for in a lot of games. I don't ever talk about them because I don't like to put negative thoughts about other people's board games out into the world. But most board games I play, I'm like, I'm never playing this again. Yeah. Because it's just like, there's so many board games, and I want to try new board games. Right. But I played, all the games that I've mentioned is just like games where I'm like, ooh, I would play that again. And Root, I'm just like, I got to play it again.
So as far as my experience, which I should have played these leader
I'm
games.
going to peek at the hard drive and just make sure we are actually still recording. But
Sweet.
continue.
I should have played these leader games years ago.
Yes.
And everyone's
same.
told me I'd like them, and I do like them.
We
I
good.
think Cole's designs are very clean. I think they're very smart, and I love the player interaction that he forces into his games. Forces sounded like it was a native, that he puts into his games. I think
Forces.
I think it's a wonderful design space, and
yeah.
I like even just the small things, like the player rolling the pot, like the both sides of the die, the offense and defense in arcs and in root. I think that works really well. So, yeah, big fan. That's your number one.
That was my number,
I switch them.
one.
I like arcs more than root.
Yeah.
But my number one is Raw and Right. Raw and Right.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That's pretty good.
So
That's pretty good.
It's so good. If you like Raw at all and you don't want to murder flip and rights, this is the best small box flip and right I've ever played. By
Yeah,
far.
it's really good.
It's so tight. It's so competitive. It feels good. You feel like smart because of the cascading actions.
Yep.
It's so fun. We own 2 copies in the office, and I'm going to pretend that we lost one and just leave it at my house because it's that good.
I should have thought of that. That would have been on my top list if I had remembered that.
Yeah.
But it was really good. I only played it once, but it was so fast. Like I honestly think oddly easier to teach than Raw. Like by a lot.
Way easier to teach them because of the timing of the tokens and stuff, like the bidding.
Yeah.
You can't like leave it to the end or like not. Yeah, man.
Like I feel like I'm bad at teaching Raw. I feel like when I introduce Raw to a
Yep.
new group, like they get it at the end, and I'm like, I feel like this is not that hard
Raw
of a
and
game.
Right is pick up right away.
But yeah, it's like it's very well designed sheet. Like the iconography, like you get it.
Yep.
So go get yourself Raw and Right. It's wonderful.
It should sell 1 million copies. It's that good, in my opinion.
I have 2 honorable mentions.
I have 2 honorable mentions.
Wow. Okay. Honorable mention number 1, and this, not a good look. Okay.
Uh-oh.
I recognize it.
You
But
didn't like it.
No. It's not a good look. Honorable mentioning our own game.
Oh,
But-
no, you should not do that.
But I just really wanted to tell you about it because we play tested for the very first time our party game coming out next year, maybe a Gen Con release.
Probably.
Currently titled, maybe eventually titled "Know Thy Neighbor." It's our interior design team, our internal design team, plus Robert, designer of
I'm
Moon
not
Rollers.
sure I should be listed as a designer on this.
That's not how teams work, Austin.
But I wasn't there, and I got there, and the game was designed.
We can talk about this later, but
Right.
it's like we're a band,
I
you
know,
know. Anyways, it went very well. It's not one of those things you can really like test on Tabletop Simulator.
No.
Right, and we learned a lot of things about during the playtest, and we changed some rules based on these playtests and stuff. But wow, it was just very fun, funny. It's really simple. It's not one of those games you really care about winning. It's really just having a good time,
All right,
and I just really had a good time.
I want another comment here.
Okay.
Which is, how many cookies do you think you've eaten in your lifetime? Because that was one of the prompts, and it's about one person. So one person reads the card, and we're guessing how many cookies that person has eaten in their lifetime. Okay. Hopefully, I'm not giving away too much.
No, I mean that's just the whole game.
That's the whole game. So don't rip us off. We're making it already. Anyway, the person who I guessed had eaten 15,000 cookies in their lifetime
That is a lot of cookies.
said 183.
That is not a lot of cookies.
That is not enough cookies. I've had 183 cookies in the space of a few days in some point in my life. I am positive.
You should probably not do that, though.
Yeah,
I think
probably not.
I think your doctor would not recommend that.
I guessed that I had eaten 25,000 cookies in my lifetime. I was like, I should probably half this. It is every Oreo, every Cookie Crisp, that's a lot of cookies.
That 20,000 cookies though.
I've been alive for 35 years.
I know, but let's just.
Every animal cracker, those are all cookies.
Yeah, I don't think you've eaten that many cookies in your life.
You know what? We'll never know, but it was over 182, 83, whatever she said, which is really great.
A little peel behind the curtain of game designing. For example, it's a party game. We've never designed a party game before. So one of the things, we were thinking, like game designers, I mean, it's still a game, but we were like, okay, cool. There's these you get points, and there's super points. If you guess exactly what the person gets, you get a super point. And if you get 2 super points, you just automatically win. Well, you know what? In this kind of game, everyone should get a turn. right?
Yeah.
It's not fun if somebody just like wins and like, well, I guess we just start over. Like that's not cool. So halfway through the first game, we're just like, no, everybody gets 2 turns.
Yeah.
Also, we played with probably like 18 people
You can play with
the
a
second
huge
night.
group.
Like yeah,
You can play
and
with
it
a huge
actually
group.
functioned pretty well. We thought it would like capped out at like 10 maybe.
Yeah. No, you can play with a huge group.
So yeah, we learned a lot of great things, made some rule changes. Yeah, it was a really good time. That was my first honorable mention.
So it was a leader
wanted to
and
tell you about it.
Stonemeyer catch-up weekend for me.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I
yeah.
also played Vantage. So I played 2
yes,
leader,
let's
2
talk about that.
Stonemeyer.
That's your honorable mention.
Honorable mention for Vantage. Now, I don't actually know how much of a board game Vantage is, but it is incredibly ambitious and interesting.
I was playing. I was like, this is a lot of work.
Not a lot of work to play. A lot of work to make.
To make. That's all I was thinking.
To
I was just
make.
like, how did someone make this? How did you
Yeah.
do it, Jamie?
Jamie,
How
hats
did you
off,
do it?
Hats off for the ambition and the level.
It's unbelievable.
We played and we won the first objective pretty quickly, and we were like, well, that wasn't enough game. Let's keep playing.
Yeah.
And so we tried to do it's kind of like a prestige or something. I don't know what it's called. But you're trying to do like a harder objective, and we didn't do that. And the only reason we didn't is we were at a con and we wanted to play other games, and we were playing in a loud room with too many people. I would recommend playing this at 3 or less people.
Yeah.
I think
personally, I agree.
Personally, like play it 3 or less and play it in a quiet environment. Play it next to your fireplace. This game is unlike anything I've ever played before.
It's just super unique.
Super unique. And though we ended early, we had already won 1 level and things. I thought it was really, really unique. However, if someone was like, hey, I'm coming to a board game night, do you want to play board games? Vantage would never be pulled off my shelf. That is not the same thing in my brain. It was like an experience in like group storytelling and exploration, and it had some game elements versus it being like, because it's not co-op or competitive in my opinion. Like
It's definitely co-op.
but you're not doing things together.
Kind of.
You're just like all working toward a goal. So anyway, I found it to be incredibly interesting, and I definitely think it's worth trying out. We tried it out in the wrong environment.
Very unique experience. I would recommend. My second honorable mention, Old King's Crown.
The most beautiful game we played
It's
at the con.
it's amazing. We know the folks behind the game, and they are
Erie Island
lovely
Games.
and
They are
wonderful, and can't wait to get back to UKGE. Probably is the next time we would see them. Do they make it out to?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, I think it is a very unique experience. I think for both of us, from our like general taste standpoint, it is a bit mean. And that was all kind of fun because I got to be mean to you and steal your card.
I ended up beating you though, I think.
You did.
I didn't win the game.
Yeah, no, I got
I didn't win the
crushed.
game.
But okay, I think it is fascinating. I would love to play it. This is my second time playing. I would love to play it a third time, which speaks for me the limited time I have to play games. Which that's like might as well. That's my seal of excellence. Is would I play
it again?
Would I play it? Yeah, third time. Yeah.
Old King's Crown, someone described it to me as a lane battler, and I rejected that outright. The more I think about it, it kind of is a lane battler.
It is a lane battle.
Yeah.
Why would you reject
I just
that?
really
There
didn't
are
like that
3
description
lanes.
of it. No, I get that.
You're
but
playing
it's-
cards
lane
into the
battlers are
lanes.
just like, it's Airland and Sea is so ingrained in my brain as what a lane battler is.
Sure, it's a very complicated lane battler.
Yeah, sure. Okay, we'll table that. Old King's Crown is so beautiful.
Yeah.
It's got such good art, and it's got really, really interesting play mechanics. And I would like it more every time I played it because I could anticipate what other players could do.
Yeah, so this is why I brought up the skill ceiling thing.
Yeah.
This is where I got the idea from, because I think that you didn't win because it was a skill problem. No, that's why I lost.
Neither of us won. My cousin won,
I know, your cousin won.
who plays way fewer board
know.
games than we do.
He crushed us. No, he didn't crush. You were very close. But okay, so I think it's very interesting. In general, I think this is true a lot of Cole's games, and I think some of our games. But in games where you have a lot of direct conflict, some games will be very on the table, right? Very much like, I understand everything that you can do.
Yeah.
We all have the same rules for ourselves. And then a lot of games like Arcs is like this in some way, where it's just like you get cards up in front of you that give you a unique power. And the first 5 times you play the game, you don't really understand the strategy space that everyone is working within. You don't really understand what is all possible.
Right.
And so sometimes what that can feel like in early plays is things just happening to you.
And they're
it's just
mean.
that you didn't know about it, so you didn't know to counter it, and so it's just like, what? You can do that?
The best example that happened in Old King's Crown is there's cards that can kill other cards, and Zac had already lost his card that could kill other cards, and so I was like, cool, I don't need to play my shield because Zac can't use that card again.
Yep.
So that was like, I was thinking ahead and I was strategizing. I don't need to use that because Zac doesn't have it anymore. Well, Zac flipped over a tile that I didn't know about and got that card out of the pile and played it and killed my card. And I was like, but I planned for that. Like, that hurts.
No.
Well, now the next time I play, I know to be like, what are your faction powers again? Like, I don't want that to happen to me again.
Yep.
And so, like, as you play it more, it gets less mean. But then everyone has a different threshold for mean in their game.
Oh, yeah.
And like, Dice Tower gave this an 8.5, a 7, and a 6 as far as the review. And I think all of them probably thought the game mechanics were good. And I have to go back and watch again. I think it's their threshold for me.
Oh, yeah. I think it could be a very divisive game. It's also, like, not... The rules aren't that hard to understand, but, like, to be very good at this game, I think it's a very deep well.
Yeah.
I think it is a game
Which
that
is
you
a good
could
thing.
play, like, 100 times and, like, get a lot out of it, which is great. Like, I love games like that. And that's why I really want to play it again, is because I think in order to be great at the game, you really have to understand, like, everything that is going on, everything that all the other people can do. And I think that's the makings of a game, like a Root, you know, where it's like people make it their whole board gaming personality is like Root, because it's just it's such a deep well, and like it's a game that you can like lean into, and your love for it can grow because it is such a deep well. The other thing I will say about it that is interesting, especially as we're coming back into the world of Fractured Sky, is it's also, I think, a bit unapproachable is the wrong word, but it's tough in those first few plays because I think it really does rely on this rock, paper, scissors mechanic.
Right.
And when we're thinking about Fractured Sky, which is like a much lighter game, that it's not rock, paper, scissors, but there is kind of this like bluffing element, right? It's like, am I gonna in Old King's Crown? It's like, am I gonna play a shield card or am I gonna play an attack card, right? Are you gonna kill my card or am I bait and switching?
Yeah.
And I think I love games like that, right? I love games where you can bluff, and I think those games become the most fun when you can fully understand every angle that the person you're bluffing against, you can understand their motivations. You understand their motivations like clearly enough to be like, okay, I know Austin's going for this. I know he's also going over here. I know he's this information, right? He's thinking about these couple things, and he's either gonna go this way or he's gonna go this way, and then I have a very clear, like, I can map your mental image. Maybe you have one little thing up your sleeve that I don't know about, but for the most part, I know your decision space. But in these games, like Old King's Crown, that does rely on that bluffing bidding, it's like the decision space is so, or like the strategic space is so large that it becomes, I won't get to that place of being able to understand your bluffing and your rock, paper, scissors mechanics until probably play like 5.
Agreed.
Right? That doesn't mean it's bad or good necessarily. It really just depends upon what you think. And that's why I think this game will just continue to accrue more and more diehards over time, because like I think it is a game that is worth getting to, in my opinion, that play 5 and like getting to that like gold underneath the large strategic space. Or maybe you're just way better at strategy games than I am, and this is like like this is easy.
From an art standpoint and a gameplay standpoint, I think it's one of the most impressive first entries ever.
Yeah.
As far as board games go. So also, I would put it as far as like gameplay, like the other one that I put out as a first entry that's just so good is Galactic Cruise, and that has fun art too. It's just not quite to the level that Old King's Crown is.
But
My honorable mention is Sentient, which I made Zac play at like midnight. That did not go well.
Yeah, I was.
You were
very tired.
You were very mad at me for making you play
I was not very mad. I just wanted to go to bed.
It's an interesting dice game where you have like dice that you roll and you put out here, and then you get cards that'll be like the dice on either side of this are equal to each other, and you have to like put that between the 2 dice in your row and like make it not lie. If it's not true, then you don't get the points, which is sad. So I really like it. That was my second time playing it. I played it with the Yees. The first time I played it, they taught it to me, and it was great. So, do you have any more honorable mentions?
No, that's it. That's it. That's all we got. I don't know what you're counting, but
you said you had 2. Did you do 2?
Yeah. Know the Neighbor.
Oh, yeah. You
and
can't
Old
shout
King's
out
Crown.
Okay.
That's I said it was a bit of
yeah,
a faux pas.
Yeah.
But I just really wanted to talk about it because I was excited about it because
Right.
it's going to be a cool game.
What else
And
did I play?
I don't know. I couldn't remember half the games I played.
Mine were Vantage and Sentient. So we did 2. We did it.
I played some things I didn't like, but I'm not going to tell you what those were.
Oh, I know.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh well. Now it feels like this is a mean secret that we're keeping from
Yeah.
everyone. Look. There, as I said before, there are some games that are just too long for me personally.
Yeah.
All right. And
Don't hate Zach. He's just old.
Don't hate me. I'm just old.
Your hair looks good.
Thank you. I'm halfway haircut. I just came from a haircut going this way, and then I trim my own beard, so it's a little bit like
Are you gonna say what the game is?
party down here, SETI, and clean up top. So business up top, party in the bottom.
All right. Well, please come by the booth at PAX. Come hang out, and we'll maybe release a video on Friday. Zach said maybe, but it's more likely going to be the week after.
I think we should do it. I'm gonna get a new iPhone, I think, and we can shoot it on that.
That sounds great. Your current iPhone is
It's
not worth
very
shooting it on.
cracked. And look, SETI is not a bad game. It's just a little long for me. Also, Moonstrat, broken in a good way, but then I also lost, so it's not really broken.
Well,
You can go to like the Neptune moon and just get like 26 points.
that's a lot of points.
Yeah, I just visited moons the whole game. But this is why we don't make 3-hour-long games, folks. It's because
Well, some people would argue we do make 3-hour-long games.
That's true.
They're not 3 hours when we play them.
yeah, I mean, yeah.
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 Yeah. All right.
All right.
Bye. Have a good Friday.